Meet my new friend. It's a D15 Alzheimer Series 2. I've been looking for about 6 months or so. I've looked through them all. I've talked to many people about different ones. And I happened to come across this one day. And I kind of liked the way it looked and the way it ran. And I liked the size of the motor. And I like Alzheimer's in general. And I figured this one was cheap enough. Get started a tractor, get moving. So let's run through everything on this tractor. It's got 2 brand new front tires on it now. That ain't been changed yet. That's still the original or the old one. I got another tire and rim going over on that side, but it's just like this one, the white, to replace this one here. I'm gonna get the front medallion put back on, probably get another grill put in here. It's got the piece of sheet metal over there. I took it off because it's having a charging issue, but so far I've been playing with it here on the farm a little bit this afternoon, and it's running pretty good. These are fluid filled tires. They got calcium in them, which I know calcium rots out the rims. I'll probably have that fixed here shortly, have all that calcium crap. Take it out of there and just put tubes in it, call it good for right now. Because yes, it does rot the rims out, and it has all kinds of problems. So it has the factory 3-point on it. These need to be lubed up to where they work, but I'm going to change the 3-point arms because these are not big enough to run the rotary hoe and the 3-point sprayer. I've got bigger arms with the bigger balls in there in the shop. Drawbar on it, I thought the drawbar might be just a little bit bigger than that, but I think that'll work out okay. Hook the rake up to it, hook the baler up to it, wagons and stuff, seems like it's okay, it'll work fine. Ran the PTO a little bit. It's got a little bit of a leak here, but I think you pull this plate right here off, and there's a seal inside there that needs to be replaced. You can see it's leaking stuff out. I think it's got maybe a little bit of water in it, but what I'll do is I'll end up draining that out and changing the fluid in the rear end on it to make sure all that gunk is out of there. But right now, this thing runs like a top. It needs a new seat put on it. I'm going to get that too. Probably get that this week for it. It needs a new seat. I don't know how I'm going to replace it. I think it's just probably a bolt and play type thing. I want to be able to do that with it. So it's going to need that there plate on it, I think. No, it don't. Yeah, it does. It needs that plate bolted on the bottom of the seat. Come with a nice sized toolbox on there. Nothing in there besides some stuff we took on the trailer. Well, now I say it's a toolbox on here and it's stuck. Damn it. We went down there and we wanted to slide these tires in, spin them in because it's a little too wide for our trailer. So we couldn't get that done. So I'll probably never ever slide these tires together. And yes, the bead's not set right on this rim for some reason. They just didn't set it right. Like I said, I may end up taking these off and taking them to a tire shop and having them pull the tire off, take the calcium out of it, put the tubes back in it, and have them just tube tires, because that calcium does eat these rims up. I mean, you can see around the valve stem, it just ate it up. Something fierce there. Oil on it's good and clear. I made sure to check that first thing. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I've been running a little bit. It's good and clear. Motor everything's here. Like I said, it's having a charging problem, so I'm just taking this terminal off right now. The battery box is a little bit rotten out, so I'm going to get a new battery box and a seat and the front grill stuff put on there. Mainly because I want the battery box on there to so I can put that panel back on there, or take this torn off, because I don't know. We're going to fix the charging issue, which is a factory 12-volt system on here. The guy's what he told me, and I seem to believe him, because over there on the other side is the original, I'm guessing, alternator that went on there. A lot of times these are 6-volt systems. This is a 12-volt with a positive lead on it, and just an interesting thing, it's got power steering on it. I mean, it's pretty fancy for the tractor it is. I'm going to tomorrow pressure wash it, get all that crap off the hood and clean up all the grease and stuff so I can see where it's leaking at, because so far on the motor wise, it's got some little leaks up around the exhaust there. It's not like terrible like on the skid steer. But it's got one down around the clutch here. I think there's probably a seal or something in here that needs to be fixed. But I'm going to pressure wash all that crap off so I can get down into there and find out what's going on with it. But for the most part, this needs a seat put on it. The charging issue figured out. Battery box, so I can put that panel back over there on. And then I'm going to order a decal kit for it. And front end and stuff. Whatever I can find. Probably when I do go get a battery box, I'll go ahead and get the emblem and the grill and stuff, because I have a pretty good idea where to go get that stuff at anyway. It's got a 4-speed in it with a power divider, which it goes high-low, so it's actually an 8-speed because it doesn't have a high-low. Your throttle's right here. Steering wheel's a little bit worse for wears. I don't worry about that right now. I just want to at least get the seat and get the functionality of it ready and kind of clean it up in the process. I'm going to get my stack of weights put on the front here, and I'm going to get that other tire changed on it here probably maybe tomorrow if I get time. It's got a new tire rod on it. It's had the carburetor rebuilt, new sediment bulb put on there. This thing runs like you cannot believe. The 3-point needs some work done to it. It works. It goes up and down. It goes down really slow. But we're going to adjust some of this stuff and make sure everything works okay on it, as I do want to make sure this thing is as functional as possible. But yeah, and it does have one valve back there for running the hydraulic, but it needs to be replaced. As you can see, it's got rust in the end of it, and I'm not so sure where the hell this thing runs to be able to use it. I don't know which one does what. I don't know if it's this. This here's your PTO. And this here's your 3-point. I don't know if this one here is the one that does it or not. I think this one here is the one that does your adjustments. I need to fix it a little bit, but it's a good work tractor. Like I said, I got to play with it a little bit here in the farm a little bit with it, and it seems like it does pretty good. It's got quite a bit of power. It's got Hellacious road gear in it. 4th gear is damn. You have to hang on to your seat, seems like, but everything seems pretty tight on it. The clutch is super tight on it. Brakes are a little bit spongy, but I'm pretty sure you can just adjust those. It's got the Allis Chalmers fuel gauge on there. It still works. All these gauges don't work. This one works. This one works. I don't know if that one over there works. That one definitely don't work. I don't think this power one works, but it's push button start and stuff. I've got the panel too for right here, so everything's here for the most part. I just need to get a few things done to it to where it's mechanically ready. The baler, if you've seen the little clip a minute ago, it sheared off a shear pin, so I don't know what's going to happen there, but I just need this thing for doing field work and putting down fertilizer right now. And I'm probably going to be spreading some manure and working that in. And then once all that's done, I get this thing all figured out, and there's, it holds together through that and everything. I'll probably start working on the baler again and seeing what's wrong. But I am super excited to actually own a tractor finally on the farm. No, it's not the biggest thing ever, but it'll do for right now. And me and Dad talked about it. I may clean it up, and maybe this time next year, or here shortly or something, I come across a better deal and I'll trade this one off and we'll get another one that's a little bit better condition. But for right now, this is going to be a perfect work tractor. As long as it holds together and everything, we'll make her work for now, and we'll see how she goes. But this one here will probably end up, I don't know if later, I may end up trading it off. I do a lot of work and stuff to it, and make it look nice and stuff, but if it starts causing problems, then I'll probably move it on down the road and find something else. But anyhow, subscribe, catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. There'll be a lot more videos coming up, some farm related stuff getting ready to happen. So we'll catch y'all later. Thank you for watching.